All right, folks, so here we have on this episode, we're going to have JFEW because he won the first night.
Yeah.
Of WrestleMania, yep. And Lou, he made history in doing so because, technically not so much, but because it didn't happen on that night, we've got ourselves the first ever time where someone gets double points because they got a perfect score.
What? No. Wait a minute. Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as The Few Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard saying on WrestleMania Night 1, Stone Cold wasn't the only bald person to make history.
And that's
the one-man band. Can't we just forget about this WrestleMania weekend?
and special guest
JFEW here in the house. Fellas, I'm really excited to be here with you guys. I feel so humbled to be here with my belt.
Whoa.
A belt holds your pants up.
Yeah. All right, folks, welcome to TFS Pod. You know, from the highest mountain to the lowest valley and everywhere in between. We are the beast of the East, the best in the West. You're listening to TFS Pod in this episode.
Formerly known as your girlfriend's favorite episode.
Whoa. That was last season. Whoa. Let the folks know. That was last season.
That was last season.
But yes, welcome to TFS Pod. This episode we will be talking, we're going back a little bit here, going to talk about WrestleMania Night 1 and our predictions battle, how everything came out, our opinions, our takes. Our hot takes on this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. But first, before we get to that, the one-man band, give us that line that everybody loves.
Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard!
All right, folks. WrestleMania Night 1 in the books, and we've got ourselves a new second place. But first, in first place, you've got 24/7 Lou at 7 points.
Yes.
That's all right, everybody. Save your applause.
Yes.
Because in second place, with a very definitive lead now.
No, not yet.
JFEW with 4 points.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Boo.
Whoa.
Hey, come on, fella.
And then tied for third place is myself and the one-man band at 2 points.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that won't last.
Wow, 2 points, guys. Oof.
Yeah. And rounding out the bottom is the randomizer at 1 point. And then everyone else is at 0.
Including Bogey.
That's right. And that's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
All right, yes, folks. Yes, wow, there it is. We have a new number 2. I have a contender there right now with 4 points right behind me. But okay. We have a lot of wrestling to go for the rest of the year, so it's going to be interesting. So, but right now, let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1. It was following Stand and Deliver, which was exciting. Well, for some people, it was. Let's see. What was the first match we had starting off that night?
This is brutal.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God!
Yeah. you were talking about that one. All right, so let's talk about the first match we had. We had the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. All right, and in this one, who do we have? We had the Usos retain on this one. So
yeah, it was a pretty straightforward match. The only thing that kind of stood out to me was the Shinsuke Nakamura injury spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You mean Rick Boogs?
Rick Boogs.
Oh yeah. Nakamura was getting the beat down while Rick Boogs was injured.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah.
Was he injured?
Yeah, he tried to lift both of them at the same time, and I mean, look, he's strong, man. But yeah, I think he just buckled. I think it was they pulled an audible on the finish. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looked like one of the Usos was leaning too much on one side when he was trying to lift them up. Like,
it's possible. Maybe they couldn't shift their weight correctly.
Yeah.
like dead weighting him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. He's gonna be gone for like a good while too.
Yeah, and he was getting action now in the ring as a tag team partner, not just a valet for Shinsuke.
Well, I would say he's the reason. I remember I said this. It's funny I said this because I said he's probably going to be the reason that Elias is not going to exist anymore, and boy was I right.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and
I said that a while ago.
So
Oh, he's referencing the fact that Elias came back as his younger brother.
oh my God.
His own younger brother. That's the funniest thing I've ever. Oh my god.
They need to bring him back.
So at this point, for a predictions points battle, the only person who did not pick the Usos was the randomizer. They didn't get a point on that one, so they had a donut right there. Then we had the next matchup.
What a surprise!
Next matchup, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, and Happy Corbin had been going in with a winning streak, I believe.
Yeah, he hadn't been defeated, and so this match, even though we all kind of guessed that Drew McIntyre was going to get the win, even the randomizer did, and this was the reason the randomizer got its only point for the night. Spoiler alert. But history was made because Drew McIntyre kicked out of Corbin's End of Days finisher. So, funny enough, he's never had anybody kick out directly from his End of Days finisher. So that was the first time ever that happened. And that's about the only major historical thing that happened in that match. Aside from that,
the ring.
McIntyre got a win.
The sword.
The sword. Oh yeah, and he cut the ropes. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was a really good match. I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, it was a good match. It's just I wasn't expecting McIntyre to lose. I don't think anybody really was. I feel like it's a downgrade considering he was facing world champions the last two WrestleManias.
Yeah.
Hopefully this was just because we need somebody to fill up the mid card for this WrestleMania, but he gets back in the main event scene, I want to say.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. We had Drew McIntyre with a win on that one. Everyone got a point on that one.
Everybody got a point. You got a point. I got a point. JFEW got a point.
Yep.
OMB got a point.
Next matchup we had was Rey Mysterio and Dominic versus The Miz and Logan Paul, which was a really good, exciting match, I think.
It was actually I think the celebrities and the non-regular active wrestlers made WrestleMania a lot more fun this time.
Yeah, they did. They really did good.
And
I'm just glad Miz finally got a win on pay-per-view. He was having a terrible year. This was a good night. Well, actually, I can't say that because Seth Rollins. But this is a good night for my boys, except for Seth Rollins. Good night all around.
We saw a little bit more of Logan Paul's abilities in the ring, right? Yeah, really good athlete.
Oh yeah,
he did good.
Yeah.
All right, so in that one,
they're going to set up, and it looks like they're going to set up a year build for him, or at least until SummerSlam. He might get a rematch against The Miz because at the end of it, after winning, to the surprise of a lot of folks, Miz turned on Logan Paul and hit a skull crusher finale on him.
Yeah, I heard he signed some kind of deal with WWE.
He's probably no doubt they're going to build up a return match sometime down the line.
Yeah,
where he gets some revenge. Maybe at a Big Four pay-per-view down the line, but or maybe at next year's WrestleMania. I hope it's at next year's WrestleMania. That'll be fun.
In LA. All right, so in this one
up against the A-lister in LA.
And this one, I didn't pick what do you call it? Did I? No, I did not pick The Miz. I had picked Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
You picked the Mysterios, yes.
Damn.
Only myself, OMB, and JFEW picked The Miz and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And boy, did it pay off.
Yep. All right. By this point, JFEW has been getting points along the way. 1 point, another point, accumulating points there. And then next matchup we had was Becky Lynch, the champ, versus Bianca Belair. How'd you guys see this match?
I really wish Becky Lynch had gotten the win, only because I thought they were gonna go. I thought they were gonna go somewhere else with it, with Ronda Rousey later on.
Yeah.
But apparently not. Yeah. Other folks who talk about it more so, but
yeah, I felt like the whole situation that happened with Becky coming back at SummerSlam and kind of screwing Bianca over in seconds, and all that build, because they built Bianca last year so strongly. Only to have that happen, it was like they had to do a redemption arc. And hey, Bianca Belair made history. I think we said that this is the first female that has won back-to-back WrestleManias for the title.
Oh wow!
So,
all right.
I think that's accurate. I'm.
Is there a Charlotte Flair mix in there somewhere? No.
No, we did the thing on Charlotte Flair.
Look at your trivia notes, Ric-Hard.
It'll be a trivia question down the line. So
yeah, it'd be cool.
We don't know it yet,
Look
but
at your 100-page trivia. Notes.
100
Hey, those are fun though. Those are fun.
I do a good trivia.
A
Come
through
on,
Z.
guys.
Hey, no, they are fun.
I love them. I love them.
A through Z.
It's where I can win without controversy.
What?
He dominates on the trivia. That's right.
I don't know, JFEW. Conspiracy.
He'll never hesitate to bring that up, that he dominates on trivia.
Well,
Goldberg in the trivia.
I guess we'll see in next trivia because I'm gonna host that one, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I guess JFEW will win.
As long as you don't put no freaking time ones, we're good.
Hey, wait. When am I hosting one?
We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
But
don't call us. We'll call you.
So I don't know. The 26 seconds thing it was a nice moment for Bianca Belair. I agree, but
yeah,
we could have done for some shockers, I think. Especially with Becky Lynch getting her hair cut by Bianca Belair. I was like, what is this?
All right.
It's WrestleMania 23 all over again.
And then we go on to the next match, which was my prediction on this one for about a while or so. We had Seth Rollins versus
Lou, you get the
TBA.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah.
You get the props, even though you went with the safest prediction ever.
Yeah,
what
seriously.
You mean safest?
The safest prediction was, it's Cody Rhodes for the weekend.
Why would I not pick him to win if he's coming in and pick Seth Rollins to win?
I meant the safest prediction being Cody Rhodes debuting on WrestleMania weekend. That would have been the safest prediction. That was what the majority of people were thinking.
I did a hardcore one. I was happy about that one. I don't care. I died on that hill.
Yeah. And if it would have happened, that would have been a heck of a moment. But it looks like it's not clear skies in the AEW crowds.
No.
But yeah, I will say this was probably match of the night in terms of work rate.
Yeah.
Rollins had to take 3 crossroads at the end of it consecutively. Yeah. And I got to hand it to Cody Rhodes' theme song. Woo-hoo.
Oh, yeah, keeping it.
Kingdom, what a great,
Pretty good, yeah.
I'm quite surprised that they let him keep the whole gimmick. That they let him keep the music, the wardrobe. They basically just copy and pasted him from AEW over here, and not a thing changed.
Hey, I think the song's fitting because he came back and the song says, "They took my dreams, but not my name." Woo-hoo!
Yeah, no,
I'm like, it's so fitting with the situation of what he came back to. I was like, wow, this is very fitting.
Well, he said something. He said something that was very telling, and I can kind of relate to it, where it says like, he said, often the path to your destiny leads to the road that you wanted to avoid, or some shit like that. It was somewhere along those lines, and it's very true. It's very telling. Like sometimes, you go back to what you thought you didn't want to be around anymore, and then you go, oh, maybe this wasn't so bad after all.
You know, he got goosebumps in front of that large.
Oh yeah. There's no question. You saw it. You could tell. You could tell he absolutely.
He was soaking it in. And give props to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sold it perfectly. Like
he did.
The cut during the entrance when Cody Rhodes' music hits, where he's like laughing and then he just gets really intense. He was just he sold it so well.
I think I can kind of relate to that too, because like last year when I was watching TFS Pod, there was like an end of season shocker at one of the pay-per-views where 24/7 Lou hit Ric-Hard with a chair from behind.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. And at first, like I didn't like watching it, and I didn't really want to watch it because I don't like seeing my friends get hurt. But then I had this obsession, and I kept going back to watching it over and over again, and it just felt great.
This is a heel turn?
Yeah, I think this is a heel turn. What's going on here?
Jeez, he's worse than the randomizer.
Oh Lord!
All right, and then next matchup. This is what I want to talk about. What is the booking on this one? We had Charlotte Flair.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. What do you mean? What's the booking on this? The booking is clearly Charlotte wins. LOL. That's the booking. That's as deep as the booking goes.
Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
I'm gonna say this right now. I knew the fix was in the minute I saw Little Nate was refereeing.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You did say that was going on.
Charles Robinson.
Yes, Charles Robinson. I was like, wait a second.
There's gonna be a bump. He's gonna get hit. All right, so this one, this is where I'm pissed off on this one.
Screwy finish.
Let me say where I'm pissed off on this one. You have this whole build up with Ronda Rousey showing up and in what is it, Royal Rumble, winning Royal Rumble, deciding who she's gonna pick. She picks Charlotte Flair, so now we have this big build up. And I had seen before about Ronda Rousey was gonna show up at Royal Rumble, and she was gonna be there, and the whole thing was to bring different attraction of other athletes of other celebrity athletes or whatever coming in. And fine, they brought Ronda Rousey back. She has all these matches. She's monstered all these matches. The build up to this matchup, she was tapping out outside in the parking garage to Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, yes, I give her the big props for showing out again that evil side that she had last time when she was facing Ronda Rousey. In the Help promotion.
Oh yeah, when she pulled out the kendo stick.
Big. I like how actually very involved she was in this stuff, and it was like really, really good, and it made a very intense fight for this stuff. But I was thinking, why are you bringing after this? Like, why are you bringing Ronda Rousey and then have her lose the match for crying out loud? Have her lose. Like, how many times do we have to see Charlotte Flair win another match? Like it was very upsetting.
Charlotte is undefeated in singles matches at WrestleMania.
But JFEW, I want to ask you, what is your take on this?
Dude, I was happy about it. I'm not a Ronda Rousey fan, and bro, come on, she's like invincible. She never loses.
Well, you can't say that anymore.
Who are you talking about, Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey? You say about both.
Before the WrestleMania, I mean, she had left because I think she lost that last match before that. But
it's a triple threat, and she lost in the most unconvincing, like it looked like an accident fashion.
Okay. She's had like 30 something matches in her whole career, and she won them all. Forget that shit.
Yeah.
So because she's not wrestled enough.
I think. No. No, Lou, you can't pull that.
That's what he's saying. He's saying that she only had 30 matches.
She wrestled for a whole year. She wrestled for a whole year.
I'm not saying that. JFEW just said she only wrestled 30 times.
Yeah, she
wrestled
didn't lose
30 times in her whole career.
So she's wrestled very little.
All right. Here's what I think. I think the business wanted to get its revenge.
She's wrestled less than Bogey.
I think the business wanted to get its. Oh my gosh. I think the business wanted to get its revenge because Rousey got a lot of heat after she left, and she's basically took shots at the female roster. So
yeah, she did.
So I think the business was like, yeah, okay, you want to come back? Sure, we'll make it look really bad. will do a great setup, and you'll win the title eventually. Because let's face it, Ronda's gonna get the title eventually. Where does Charlotte go from here, realistically?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just a matter of time. This is Braun Breaker all over again. But I think this is just like don't knock wrestling if you've been a part of it, and you need to give back after those comments you made.
I don't think that's even any of that. I
don't know.
All I'm saying is that I'm just sick and
tired.
I'm just sick and tired of Charlotte Flair always winning it. That's it. It just
but she works her ass off. She's a great athlete. She's like up to her dad's standards, dude. She really deserves to win. I mean, yeah, she does lose. She's lost to Becky.
Yeah, she's lost. She's lost matches.
We
gotta give that. She hasn't lost as many times. Sometimes where you're just like, man, like you should have taken the L there. I'm thinking of Rhea Ripley in case you guys are wondering.
wait, what is she again? How many time champion is she? Like 13 or whatever?
Yeah, she's in the teens already.
Okay, well then if it's if it's 13, then she's a 12-time loser. Fine, I get it.
But they're gonna try to differentiate, and they're gonna be like, she's been Divas champion 1 time, she's been Raw Women's champion 7 times, SmackDown Women's champion 6 times. Like that's how they're gonna try to differentiate it.
Yeah, but it's still. I was upset about this. I wanted this to go.
So, to ask this question, what was I'm sure that Drew and Ric-Hard know this one. When was Charlotte Flair's debut on WWE Raw?
If I'm not mistaken, 2014.
2014, yeah, because the Divas title was still around.
Yeah. And then in 2015. They did the women's championship, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, because she won the Divas title, and because if I remember correctly,
she was part of Team PCB. She came in with the massive call up with Becky. Becky and Charlotte teamed up with Paige. Alicia Fox was teaming with the Bellas when they were doing their Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror, and Naomi and Tamina needed a partner, so they got Sasha Banks, and they did a 3v3v3 match.
Yes,
and then immediately after that, Charlotte Flair won the Divas Championship off of Nikki Bella, and then PCB imploded.
Wow.
That is correct.
Is Paige still part of the roster or no?
I believe she's still part of the roster because getting injured doesn't alleviate the contract. It's a sort of like you got to fulfill your appearances kind of thing. So I guess it's to keep her, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see her make a return eventually. I mean, you've seen people who retired years ago come back. I mean, we haven't reached the last match of WrestleMania where we saw the oldest person to main event a WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin make an in-ring return, and he took a suplex to the outside.
Yeah, he did, man.
In the audience.
Yeah.
Oh.
So leading up to that, by this point, JFEW had a perfect score with the matches that we had at that point.
By this point, it was over. He got a perfect score. He got lucky the New Day match didn't happen. They moved it to night 2, which has basically created like a rule, and then 3 addendums to the rule explaining the technicalities for it.
Yeah.
Because we had a match get added to the show that nobody made predictions on, so it couldn't count. It was added as the show after the show started. So before. And then we had a match that was announced, but then ended up getting swapped over on a different night. So there's all those little technicalities we got to throw in there. But perfect score, can't knock it.
Yeah, seriously. No, he did. He absolutely got it.
Way to go. Just like he came in like Stone Cold Steve Austin with his shiny head.
All right, so
those predictions were put in like last minute too.
That's crazy.
That's good. All right, and then let's talk about what do you guys think about the KO the KO and Stone Cold that happened at the end?
I appreciate that it wasn't just a KO show segment because that would have been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could tell that KO was having a great time out there. He was bringing his childhood dream come true.
Yeah. That was clearly what it was. Like, I know that when he called out Stone Cold Steve Austin like a few weeks prior, like you could see the emotion of like him calling him out. Like, I can't believe I'm about to say this and like live my dream out. You know, it's like, he's like, I'm calling Stone Cold Steve Austin out, and you could see like the emotion in his voice, and then like you could see he's almost crying, like when he called it out, and everybody was going crazy. So it was really cool, you know, to see Stone Cold come out, and you know, it's hard to believe it's been almost 20 years since he was
19,
last.
It was 19 years. WrestleMania 2003.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, like it's crazy to think that it's been that long. I was in high school.
I'm pretty sure that's the longest break between a wrestler returning.
Yeah, it has to have been. Because
I was in my crib, and I remember watching him from my crib, like when he had his last match 19 years ago. It was amazing.
Nah, look.
Yeah, okay.
You're not gonna fool the audience. You're not gonna fool the audience like that.
I was a senior in high school when he had his last match, and you know, lo and behold, you know, it's like, come on, it's crazy that he came back and he looked great considering, you know, he's 56, almost 57 years old. You know, he's
57. He was 57 when he had that match.
Yeah, my wife came running into the room to watch that match, and she enjoyed it a lot. She just sat there and watched the whole thing. And she doesn't watch wrestling at all, but she used to watch during the Attitude Era, and she loved Stone Cold Steve Austin. So when she saw that, she really got into it. And even afterwards, she was into the Kevin Owens character too. So that was pretty cool.
I just like the story about what happened when they were rehearsing it. Austin would come out, and you know how he gets on the ropes and he flips the crowd off. So when they were rehearsing, the producers told him, "Hey, it's a different era. You can't come out and do that." And Austin said, "Okay, let's run it again." They ran it again in the rehearsal. He flipped the crowd off in the rehearsal, and they said, "Okay, don't do that when we go live." And then he did it when he went live, and nobody said anything afterwards, and the crowd still pops.
Yeah.
What are they gonna tell him? I mean, honestly,
precisely. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I'm live. What are you gonna do? Come on and scold me after the fact?"
Yeah, it's Stone Cold, bro. Come on, like it's not only that. It's like that's what he was known for Christ's sake. Like, how are you gonna tell him, no, you can't do that? Like, okay, whatever. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Okay, bye. I'll go back to my ranch. I'll go back to Broken Skull and be done with it.
I just can't help but think to myself, man, CM Punk is somewhere going, that could have been me.
No, Lord.
So yeah, there we go. That was our night one of WrestleMania. With JFEW getting the points there.
I'm saying in night one, was that the night that his brother came to the ring, or was it night two?
Night one? Whose brother?
Stone Cold's brother. It was right at the end when he was getting all the beers. This guy jumps in the ring.
Oh yeah.
I think I know. Yeah, that was night one. I think that was night one.
That was funny. I was like, oh man, he's gonna stun his brother.
Yeah, I remember that. You're right. I thought the same thing too.
No, yeah. Believe it or not, Stone Cold is not. This is not the last we see of Stone Cold at WrestleMania 38.
Yeah.
Or in a WWE ring.
Or in a WWE ring. Oh my gosh.
Or in this country, or outside this country. Well, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh gosh, no! Don't do that. I think Austin wouldn't do that.
You guys are saying that he's going to wrestle more?
No. Maybe he'll appear though.
Oh, okay.
I think about it. Yeah, maybe he will appear in Saudi Arabia.
I think he will. I think he'll wrestle. I think he'll even wrestle.
Even wrestle? Jeez, I don't think he needs the money that badly.
Goldberg versus Stone Cold in Saudi Arabia. Oh my God!
But then again, neither did Goldberg. Neither did Goldberg need that money that badly. But look at him now; he's got 3 houses.
Well, I mean, hey, they called him the greatest WCW champion in history. I think a few people like a word with him. You know, particularly like Sting, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. You know, that still boils my blood every time I see that Michael Cole segment. The greatest WCW champion.
I saw the clip, but every time you reference it, yeah. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, let's wrap this up over here for WrestleMania.
Ultimately, night one was great. Night one was great. Maybe not scoreboard wise for most of us.
That's okay.
JFEW. But night one was great, and in typical fashion, night two.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, you know what? I have the one extra thing now. For JFEW for winning the 2 points on this one, I think that he gets like we always do whenever something big happens. You always get a chance to speak to the audience and tell them how you got to this point of making those predictions. So JFEW, give us that moment of how did you come up with making all those wonderful picks for a perfect thing.
Well, I remember that night I was eating some chicken wings.